Well, today I was going through my parts. I wanted to make sure I had some corrections to a part that I needed. So I put a Magna Rosa on an old Royal Blue chassis, which never had smoke. But we need a trigger gear, so I had to build this new spacer, and I had to make some adjustments to the gear mounting. So I made it in black, and I have the red Magna Rosa field set. So I looked at this, and it just looked like the Magna Rosa and the Black Mariah for some reason. And then I have the red gear, which should be black. I have black gears. I just grabbed this one and put it together. I'm working on my ball bearing mount for it, and I got that nailed. Everything is working real well. So I plugged it in and I turned on the power supply, and I wasn't really sure where it was. I just turned it on, and all of a sudden this thing started running like this. And it's running at 2.5 volts and 0.6, almost 0.7 amps. 0.7 amps at 2.5 volts. Pretty amazing. Chuff, chuff, chuff. If it was doing 4 chuffs, it'd be chuff, 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 chuff. It needs to go even slower, but we can't do that with this particular controller. We can go faster, as you might know. With this particular controller, it goes up to 30 volts. So there's a ride. There's 6 volts. So from 2 to 6, pretty instant. I was going to show you a dead stop. No, just pulls. This is the medium booster magnet, and I think it works real well with these particular arc magnets. Anyway, let's get back to the fun part. 6 volts, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, hold on, 16. Get it to 15. There's 15 volts. 15 volts. It seems to be doing quite well, I would say. $20, $25, $29, $30, $31 volts at 2 amps. It's gonna blow! Oh, Casey, don't do that to me. Oh boy, I tell you, this is just a fun thing. I love wrapping this up to about 30 volts from 5 volts. Okay, let's do that. There's 5 volts, 31. That's like having a big old race car motor and you're just flipping the gas, you know? It's barely running and you crank it up. I think this is going to be a heck of a runner right there, even with the magnets that it has, because it's so responsive from nothing. From nothing. Look at that. It won't even shut off. I had to put the amps down below 5 for it to shut off. It was at 1.5 volts. I told you, it's 1.5 volts. 0.6 amps. It was turning over. Oh, Jesus. I think this is a great motor. I think this is going to be the highlight of the deal, is this mid-weight booster. All right, well, let me get some more work done around here. I've been dilly-dallying. The thing that always worried me was this guy has a 5 amp power supply, so, you know, yeah, it could put out 5 amps worth, but our guys are all limited, you know, 1.5 to 2 amps tops, and that restricts it. But what I found was, even with the 5 amps, this never asked for more. When I do this right, see, there's a pair of ball bearings on this idler gear, and that's just floating gear. All I want is a trigger pulse timed. So it's really just a timing gear is all I need it for. In the front of the housing, I pulled out the brass bushing that was there for the armature, and I put in a ball bearing housing, everything. So there's a ball bearing pressed into the chassis, and then the brass bushing is still in the back. So there's a ball bearing on the front of the motor, and there's 2 ball bearings on this. So the restriction of rotation has been minimized quite a bit. I would say 50% or more. So it just turns. And these magnets, they're not the strongest that I have. They're the second strongest. There is a stronger one. But the problem with the stronger one, startup amps for the armature seems to require a lot more to overcome the push-pull of these magnets. These magnets, for some reason, they just seem to be a real good fit for this particular engine. And this is a let's see, I can't even see it. Oh no, this is a pull-more. Oh wow, stand corrected. So that's a pull-more armature with medium magnets. It feels good. It sounds good. All right, I got to get some more work done. I'm a little behind in my day here, but I have time left. I have 45 minutes to go. Got to do some inventory, ordering more parts. I'm going to be building 10 engines. I'll be building probably 4 or 5 of these Royal Blue conversions. There's also a Atlantic equivalent to this with the no smoke, ever had smoke conversion. So I'll have some 300s that were reverse in boiler, and some 300s, 350s that were reverse in boiler, and some K5 actually, 310 that were reverse in boiler that I'm converting. I have the parts to do that. So if you ever had a reverse in boiler and you want to update it, this is the ticket. I'll be working on the parts and the manual and everything for the rest of this year through December. It's December 2nd. 1st. Yeah, the 1st. Oh, wow. I like December a lot because in 1 week it's my birthday. I may not like it so much now that because the birthdays are so depressing, but anyway, what do you think? Black Mariah and Magna Rosa? Okay, gang. Later. Talk to you. Bye.